Hi guys, this week was the end of August and I closed the month green, up by about $15, which I know is pretty minimal, but as I'm trading with small size and I closed the month of July red, which was my first red month, I'm pretty pleased with that. So I also took a total of 55 trades in August as opposed to 83 trades in July. So I've managed to decrease my overtrading by about 35%, which is really good. So I'm going to go into a trade review on a day one gapper, which I made 23% on. So let's go to the chart. So the ticker was BENF and I've traded it on this day here and it's gapped up on high volume. So I'm not really good at day one trades and I don't trade them very often, but sometimes I'll try and give them a go, and this one happened to work out well. So if I go into the intraday chart over here, so it's come from about just see the day before, about 39 cents, and then after hours, the day before I played it, you can see it's gapped up here and gone as high as 67 cents, 68 cents. So this is the after hours the day before, and then pre-market, it's kind of spiked to this same level here, and then it's kind of just faded off for the whole of pre-market, almost back down to where it came from. So I wasn't actually looking at this to trade it, I just saw that it was one of the runners pre-market. And when a stock comes all the way back down here, you can sometimes get like a weak open morning spike type of thing, but I didn't play it for that. And also sometimes when they come back down so far, it can be like quite weak, and that's quite maybe it's just sort of faded off too much. So I only really started looking at it about half an hour into market open. So it really wasn't on my radar, but I just sort of flicked on just to see what it was doing, and could see that it hadn't had the sort of spike right out of the gate. So if there was going to be a move, there could potentially still be all this range for it to move into, and could see on the 1 minute chart it was on this bit of a downtrend here. I'll zoom in. It's not, I'm not very good with trend lines, but I do kind of use them. I think that because they're a bit, subjective, I guess. But for me, it was kind of in this, I think that's quite a clear downtrend on the 1 minute time frame. And I was thinking, looking at also where it was basing, and can see that it was basing, well, it wasn't basing, but where it went to was about 40 cents. And if we go onto the 30-minute time frame, you can see, if we go back historically, it's not like, wow, it's not that significant, but you can see these two areas here. It's had a resistance about the same level that it's now going to for its low of day. So just another little thing to add to the thesis, I guess. So let's go back to the day. So I was watching it here thinking, if it breaks this trend line, then I'm going to take an entry. And what I'm not sure about yet is when I do take these kind of break of trend entries where you risk off, really it should be, well, I don't know if it should be this actually, but initially I was thinking the low of day just below, but I took an entry here on this first green candle at 0.4388, so around about here. When I saw that it was breaking on the 1 minute chart, I jumped right in. But to have a risk down here, that's about 11% risk, which is too high. So I think I just put that initially, but I think if it's not going to hold this trend line, if it's going to go back under, I would just have to cut the trade and, can take like a 3% loss. That's much more reasonable. So I still need to kind of fine tune my risk and make sure that I'm precise with how much I'm going to lose on this trade, because cutting down here is too much. So yeah, entered around here, and then can see rest of the day it just kind of held that range nicely. So it's quite comfortable, when it's here, and it's, far. I would have moved my risk up, I don't know, probably around here, something like that. When it's clearly broken out of this trend, and it's sort of having a little bit of a grind upwards. So yeah, I just held it really until it showed me that it wasn't going to work. So it sort of had this little grind up here towards like 1 p.m. US time, and then it started to spike, which was really cool. So I just sold along the way here. My best sell was at 57. Was it 57? I think it was. Yeah. Obviously it went as high as 64, 65. But in total, I made 23% on this trade, which was about $10 profit. But if you can imagine, if you put like, I don't know, $1,000 on that, then that's like £230 for the day. So it's kind of cool to see how it works on small size, and then imagine if this is on larger size, what you could be making. So yeah, not very good at these day ones, but as I say, I try them now and again. This one worked out. I wouldn't say that I'm massively comfortable with them at all, but yeah, that's the trade. So a nice end to the month, and I've got a couple of trips planned in September, so I won't have a solid month's worth of trading, but I'm hoping to keep an eye on the biggest gainers each day, and then on the days that I'm back in between my trips, hopefully still be in the loop and manage to hit my prime setups. So thanks for watching as always, and catch you next Sunday.